From LA Late News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings, LA Late.
It's a big morning of Mornings LA with huge news as we add more stimulus checks. In this recording, we're going to go over a lot of stimulus checks. We're going to go over the brand new MSC, Inflation Relief Stimulus Checks, coming to Americans in virtually all U.S. states. Then we'll go back into those incredible checks A through O. They are federal stimulus checks, FSCs. We'll go over those incredible 14 categories, about 300 checks that yield about $300,000, those FSCs, and more success stories today as well. Then LSCs, those lifetime stimulus checks, the raise of your benefits. We're just days away from that announcement, and it's getting very exciting. These all add up to MSC, baby. Multiple stimulus checks. More than $2,000 a month over 6 months. A lot more than that, and we'll go over how to get these incredible MSCs, these ISCs, FSCs, LLCs, and more. It's a big broadcast. Then we'll be going over to the latest breaking news across the board. I had told you 2 weeks ago that the 2-year Treasury bond, because the U.S. economy is falling apart, is going to go over 4%. Today, it's at 4.3%. I wasn't with you yesterday, but I had told you by the end of the year, the 30-year fixed mortgage to buy a home, which had been at 3% most of this entire year, and had been at 6% earlier this month, was going to go to 7% by the end of the year. It went to 7% by the end of lunchtime. It's 7% today. And this is a fast-moving economy. I'll have the latest breaking news across the board. Plus, we have the latest on Lyft. No longer hiring any more employees for the ride-sharing company. Apple saying that there's a drop in demand for the buying of their iPhone. The stock is down dramatically. We have Bank of England and a hot mess express today. I'll explain why that hot mess express impacts you. We have demand destruction, and we have Hurricane Ian hitting the Gulf of Mexico and taking offline refineries, raising the price of gasoline very quickly in the United States. The latest breaking news that you need to know for the shores of Santa Monica, California starts right now, live on air. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. It's a brand new Mornings, and it all starts right now. And good morning, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful day. It is, well, not so gorgeous along the coast of Santa Monica, California. They said we were done with the heat for the year, and yet it was gone, and then it came back. It's gone. So the heat is here one more day. It was really bad yesterday. I'm not enjoying the heat. The flowers aren't enjoying the heat, but it will be gone by tomorrow. So thank goodness across the board. My deepest prayers and thoughts for the people of Florida and the neighboring states as Hurricane Ian, which I'll be covering later in this broadcast, is really just causing a path of destruction. I'll have the latest on that as well. Let's go over to the breaking news starting right now. We now have a lot more stimulus. We have now ISCs. Inflation relief stimulus checks are landing in Americans' wallets. Across the country, these are brand new inflationary checks to battle inflation from your states. Of the brand new breaking details of these checks in virtually every U.S. state, ISC. Then we'll go back into those incredible FSCs. These are federal stimulus checks that yield massive sums of money, about $300,000, 14 categories, about 300 checks. These are the checks A through O. We have brand new details today about that lifetime stimulus check, LSC, the raise of your benefits based upon what's going on with the gasoline in the Gulf. It's all breaking news, and all these incredible checks, LSCs, FSCs, and ISCs add up to MSC, baby. More than $2,000 a month over 6 months, a lot more money. Your greatest dreams have come true. We'll go over all these incredible checks in this recording. Go on in this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP, as we go over all these incredible details across the board in just a second. But first, let's also turn to the other breaking news. 2 weeks ago, we had watched on this channel as a family that the 2-year bond was going up quickly based upon the implosion of the U.S. economy. It was about a 3.7 at the time, 3.7%, and it moved from 3.7 to 3.8. And I said that I'm projecting it to go to 4% by the end of the month. It went to 4% by the end of the week. So there we go. The 2-year Treasury note today is on mornings is a 4.3%. This is moving very quickly. So you're going to see the narrative today on today's recordings is all my projections are correct. The only thing that's slightly different is the time horizon is hideously fast. This economy is changing very quickly, faster than even I can project. So we have now hit my projection of a 2-year Treasury note at 4%. It's at 4.3. Am I giving you a new projection on this as well today? I am. I'm now projecting it's going to go to 5%, the 2-year Treasury note. When? It could be by the end of the month, but at least by Christmas, that 2-year bond I'm projecting now to go to 5%. The 10-year bond is also at 4% today, the first time since 2020. This is breaking news across the board. I wasn't on air with you yesterday, but you had heard me say over the last month that I'm projecting the 30-year fixed mortgage, which is to buy a home, to go to 7% by the end of the year. I know a lot of people probably thought I was crazy when I said 7% mortgage rates because it was 3% early this year. It was 6% for just a blink of an eye this month. Today, it's over 7%. It literally zoomed right from 6 right into 7, and it's a 7% right now, and this is a shocker. People who've been in the business like myself for a long time have said today and yesterday they have never seen the 30-year mortgage move this high, this quickly, in such a short period of time, ever in the U.S. economy. These rates are moving out of control very quickly, very suddenly. Again, this was 3% much of the entire year. It was up 6% for just a little bit this month, and I projected 7% by the end of the year. It was 7% by the end of that week. So, what is my next projection? 8% by the end of the year. I'm projecting that 30-year fixed mortgage rate to go to 8% by the end of the year. No one is going to buy a home. No one is going to be able to afford a mortgage at a 7% mortgage. They're really not going to afford it at an 8% mortgage. Other breaking news across the board is the companies. Lyft, the competitor to Uber, the ride-sharing company, said that it's freezing hiring freeze. Can you imagine? Wasn't it just yesterday I reported we came off of lockdown with COVID and they had a shortage of drivers. They had incentive to bring drivers in. They couldn't get enough drivers. Now they're not only not hiring drivers, they're putting a freeze on all hiring till at least the end of the year. Let's jump over to Apple, the manufacturer of the iPhone. We had talked about all this year that the iPhone sales was by analysts was expected to be through the roof in December. So there was a great demand for the iPhone. Breaking news today for September 28, 2022 is that no longer the case. The anticipated surge of demand for the iPhone has fallen apart. And now, according to sources close to the situation, says that Apple is pulling back on production of the new iPhone 14. This is a shocker, folks. This is a total 360 reversal from everything we had heard in the last few weeks. The stock is down 4%. Walt Disney has shut down its related theme parks because of Hurricane Ian, which is currently Category 4 at the time of this broadcast. BlackBerry has reported smaller quarterly earnings. And there you go. We have a comment that came in from Megan Hornman, Chief Investment Officer of Verdance Capital Advisors minutes ago, that says, it's going to be a choppy market. Choppy? I want to chop that comment apart. Choppy market. This is going to be a hot mess of a market. There's not going to be anything up in this market. It's going to be a bloodbath straight down. Bank of England is currently undergoing a mess. This is breaking news right now. Normally you would say, what the world does Bank of England have to do with me, Elliot? This has everything to do with you. Why? The Bank of England is seeing a major falling apart and implosion of their bonds. And so what is the Bank of England doing? It's, I'm going to slow this down, buying bonds to create an artificial economy. Excuse me? Yes, they don't like where their economy is going. It's falling apart. And so they're going to be buying bonds, the Central Bank of England, to create an artificial environment, an artificial resemblance of their economy. This is exactly what's going wrong with U.S. economies and Americans across the board. And we'll go over more about this later in the recording. This is what's very disconcerting, is that people are trying to create artificial looks for a recession, artificial looks for inflation. It's hitting across the board. Ian and oil. This we also projected over the last few months, since about June or July. I had told you that I'm projecting gasoline in the United States to go higher because September, we all know what happens in September. Hurricane season, tornado season. And those take refineries in the Gulf of Mexico offline. I recorded this since July. And guess what happened about a week ago, before Ian even existed? The AAA national average of gasoline in the United States in the membership newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, suddenly was no longer going down. It had gone down 10 cents a day every single day for several months. And then last week, it was flat. It didn't go down. The day after that, it went up about 3 or 4 cents. Not a lot, but it went up. And I reported to you, here we go. It's changing. That was before there was an Ian. Now there's an Ian. And the AAA national average gasoline in the United States is surging, yes, higher, yes, tens of cents every day after months of falling. And this is exactly what I project on this channel. It's happening right now. The price of gasoline AAA national average is now 3.765. That was a quick change, wasn't it? It was just 3.2 just a few days ago. It has surged dramatically higher because this is the season in which refineries go offline because of hurricanes. And that was before Ian. Now we have Ian. And Hurricane Ian is now Category 4. And it's smashing the Tampa region currently on Florida's western section. 75-mile-an-hour winds. This is as of 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Wednesday, according to the National Hurricane Center. It has left Cuba. It is in Tampa. Walt Disney World and Universal Studios have closed all their theme parks. And Tampa and Orlando airports are currently closed at the time of this broadcast, which is live on this morning. But here is the data you want to know that impacts the U.S. economy. Here we go. Gulf of Mexico refineries, which produce 190,000 barrels a day, or 11% of the Gulf's production, have been turned off because of the concern of Ian smashing those refineries. This is a breaking news statement from the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement, BSSE. This, as you know, is driving gasoline prices up. So here you go. Before we had Ian, the thought that September's hurricane season started to bring the gasoline in the United States up. Then Ian hit, the price of gasoline really went up. And this number started running up before Ian was even near Florida. It's in Florida today. It may not be in Florida tomorrow, may not be in Florida the day after. The refineries will still be offline, and they will take a few days to come back online. And this is what's important to understand. Your benefits. Your benefits are tied more to this number than the international price of Brent crude. That number keeps on going down. It's at 88 right now. Your benefits, your COLA, your SSI, SSDI, Social Security, are based upon the price of gasoline. And we also have a major number as well coming on October 5th, and that is OPEC Plus. OPEC Plus, according to people close to the situation, are reporting today that OPEC Plus, which is that consortium of oil-producing companies like Saudi Arabia, countries, will cut output by 1 million a day. Ouch. Demand destruction is currently underway, says Kathy Wood of ARK Investments. I agree. Demand destruction is basically the falling apart of the economy is curbing demand. And she saw that in oil. I agree across the board. Stanley Druckenmiller, minutes ago, said that he sees a hard landing for 2023. The Federal Reserve is not going to pull this off softly. And and our central case is a hard landing by the end of 2023. There's a breaking news statement by Druckenmiller minutes ago. I would be stunned if we don't have a recession in 2023. I don't know the timing of it, but it's not going to be a garden variety. And this, my friends, is a lot to digest. Wasn't that a lot? Do you feel exhausted? I feel exhausted. And you know why? It's just a lot hitting at the same time. And this is why we need to talk about something great. And that great is MSCs. Multiple stimulus checks are now coming across the board. And those incredible MSCs are lots of different ISCs, FSCs, LSCs, all amount to those incredible MSCs. We're going to go over each of those right now. And we deserve it amidst all that mess that's happening. Can you imagine that mess? The first breaking news is the ISCs. Inflation relief stimulus checks are landing in millions of people's bank accounts from their states. Most states are doing it. Most states are doing them. These are in the membership newsletter for you Monday through Friday. Become a member. Go right down to where it says Check D. And I have a brand new layout of those incredible checks from your states. First, most states are doing them. These are state checks. These are inflation relief stimulus checks, ISEs. Second, they're not a lot of money. They're about $1,000, but every penny helps. Third, you qualify. Single individual about $75,000 less, married couple about $150,000 less. Fourth, you have to have a tax return on file generally. If you're on benefits, you do not have to normally file a tax return, but you can always voluntarily file a tax return. For these, get that tax return on file. It's a 10-second thing. You print out the tax return from the website. You go on the website. You electronically file it. If it's all zeros, just send it all in. Get it on file. They need to know your name and address, and that's the way they send out those checks. These are brand new inflation relief stimulus checks, ISC, from your state. Then, the checks that I want you to really focus on, because we're going to have a 2-year recession, and you need a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars, are FSCs. These are federal stimulus checks. Federal, meaning it's coming from the federal government, like the President of the United States, like the Congress. These are federal stimulus checks, FSCs, and these are checks A through Q. And they're huge. We're going to go over those incredible checks in just a second. They are about $300,000 in every U.S. state because they're from the federal government. They're big. And then finally, the last checks we have are lifetime stimulus checks, LSC. Your benefits are going up a lot, about $5,000 for a lot of you. And this is because of inflation, raising your benefits. We'll go over that in a second. But now let's go right into those federal stimulus checks, those FSCs. Those incredible federal stimulus checks are 300 plus checks from the federal government. Yes, from Congress and the President. What do they look like? How do they work? Let's go over everything about them, starting right now. These incredible first checks are huge. And what do they look like? The first checks were passed by the President of the United States by executive action in the month of March, and you qualify for them. They are checks A, B, and C. These incredible checks, A, B, and C, are from Joe Biden, from the President. Passed in the month of March, these incredible checks are A, B, and C. Then came along Congress, and they passed more checks thereafter. Their checks are E through K. 7 other categories of checks, but not just 7 checks, lots of checks, hundreds of checks. We'll go over those in a second. Then I found you checks L and M, N and O, P and Q. How do you get these incredible checks? How do you get these incredible federal stimulus checks from the federal government, FSCs? You become a member and get that incredible newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alerts. And these are just exciting checks. Are you excited? I'm excited. It's about 300 checks. It's about $300,000. It's 14 categories of checks. It's A through Q. And you know what? I'm so excited about them. Let's go over them right now. Let's go over those incredible checks right now. You get them by becoming a member. Welcome to the nearly 50 new members that joined in the last 48 hours. Let's go over those incredible checks starting right now. Check A is the first of these incredible FSCs, and that check A is huge. It's $6,500 to $12,000. And there it is. It's the weatherizing grant check. Go get it. Spelly got it. Congratulations, Spelly. This is check A of the first of those FSCs, these federal stimulus checks. Then go get some check B. Now, check B, the second FSC, is not one check, but it is a lot of checks. The average viewer for check B is getting 18 months of check Bs at about 5 checks a month. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is an MSC, baby. This is an MSC, but it's not $2,000 a month for 6 months. It is 18 months. It is 18 months, not 6 months. And it's not $2,000 a month. It's a lot more is what viewers are averaging on. Oh my goodness. How do you get this incredible check B? You go into the membership newsletter and apply. Check C. The graphic says MSC. And much like check B, it's not one check. It is averaging 18 months, not 6 months of checks, and not $2,000 for 6 months. It is 18 months on average, and viewers are getting upwards of $80,000 to $100,000. Insane. Check C tells you in the membership newsletter who to call, what to say, and how to say it. Have you become a member? Make sure you do. Go out of this video and get those incredible checks A, B, and C. So those are the first 3 checks. Those are the first 3 of the checks that are FSCs from the federal government. Washington. Now, you ready for the next 7? I am. 7 categories. These are E through K. Passed by Congress. Federal government. Washington, D.C. Beautiful white building. On the Potomac. And let's go over these incredible checks E through K. You ready? I am. It's so exciting today. I mean, look at all this incredible money. It's just a great day with lots and lots of money. Now, here you go. Check E. $7,500. Wow. A $7,500 FSC. Just incredible. And that is towards a car. F is $4,000 FSC. Just huge. These are from Congress. Huge. G, 30% off. Wow. What a great FSC that is. H, $2,000 FSC. My goodness. I, huge. $8,000 FSC. J, another $8,000 FSC. And K, $14,000 FSC. Now, K, and like one of those other ones, those FSCs, is for a brand new appliance, like a refrigerator or a washer dryer or a bacon maker. Yeah, you definitely need that bacon maker. I mean, I do. We got money in there for cars. We got money for utilities. We got money for rent. I mean, we're doing great. And we're not done there yet. So I got you other checks in this category, in this grouping. Here we go. L, $100,000 of loan interest-free money. Whoa, for the purchase of your first home. And M, free money. $4,000 of free money grants for closing costs. Next one is my favorite of all these stimuluses. I love this one. It is Stimulus N, a free computer. Wow. A free computer, a free laptop, or a free tablet. They give you $100 towards a participating provider, and this is just great because many of the tablets are less than $100. This is perfect. Plus free internet. This is insane. Stimulus O, huge. 0 down payment, 0 closing costs, 0 insurance, and 0 credit check for a new home. Huge. And then if you have an existing home, we got Stimulus P, which does a refi if you want to do a refi or if you want to buy a home. And that's 3% down and then $8,000 of free money for you. Free money of closing cost assistance. That is just incredible. And that, my friends, are the FSCs. Those FSCs, the federal stimulus checks, federal government, every U.S. state. It's in every U.S. state because it's from the federal government. And it's just absolutely incredible. How do you get this? You become a member. Go on this video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. They're all in the membership newsletter. That's A through Q. Now, you ready for more stimulus? I am. Let's now go to Stimulus LSC. Lifetime stimulus checks. Those lifetime stimulus checks are because your benefits are going up a lot. absolutely incredible, through the roof. And those lifetime stimulus are going up because of inflation. And yes, you saw that teaser early in this video when we talked about the price of gasoline going up. So this is getting very exciting. Let's do the analysis right now. On October 13th, you'll learn how much your benefits are going up a lifetime, because once they go up, they never go down. October 13th, we'll announce the COLA raise for you. Some of you have 5,000, some of you less, some of you more. This is you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Veterans benefits. This is a lifetime stimulus. And today we know a little bit more, and we also have a slightly different answer for this one. Get your fingers loosened up. Get your fingers loosened up, because I want you to get in the live chat and start getting ready to answer some questions. We're going to go over something right now. How much are they going to go up? Your benefits are tied to COLA, C-O-L-A, and it's determined by 3 months of data. The CPI-W for the month of July, August, and this month of September. We already have the July number. The July CPI-W, 8.7. The August CPI-W, 8.9. The Federal Reserve did not meet the month of August, so they did nothing to impact this number at all. That's important to remember. Plus, they met just last week, the Federal Reserve, but whatever they did, that 75 basis point increase for interest rates, is not going to impact this number at all. It's too late in the month. So, we're going to go over where you and I think this number is. Again, it was 8.7, then 8.9. Where is it this month? That's the third and final month of that impacts the numbers. But before we do that, let's go over the components that make up the CPI-W for this month. Get ready to jump in the live chat. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to answer something like eggs up, comma, your Tennessee. So I want to ask you, in this month, where do you see going on with the following questions? First, let's do eggs. Are eggs up or down in your state this month? My answer, eggs up, comma, California. Write your answer in live chat right now. All right, next question. And this one got different answers. This month, milk, is it up or down? My answer is milk down, comma, California. But a lot of viewers said milk up in their states. What's your answer? Jump in the live chat. I want to see your answer across the board. Let's do meat. Is meat up, like steak and prime rib? Is meat up in the supermarket or down your state? My answer, meat up, comma, California. What is your answer? All right, let's do the total grocery bill. Using basically the same items you would have bought the prior month, are the same items when you check out at the supermarket, at the market, up or down this month? My answer, market, comma, up, comma, California. So there you go. Now, some of the other parts that go into inflation are very easy. What do we know right now? The rents are not going down. The rents were up about 1% in the month of August compared to July. The medical bills are not down. They were actually up as well, about 1% in the month of August compared to the month of July. Medical costs, like your medical bills. The third number, the salaries, not down either, up about 0.2% in the month of August compared to the month of July. And those numbers equate to about 30% of the CPI-W. And so then here we go, the big surprise, the gasoline. Now, before we go over that gasoline again, let me go into that CPI-W, because I want to tee this up and then go to the gasoline and ask you the CPI-W. My question to you is, where do you believe the CPI-W for this month of September will be? July, 8.7. August, 8.9. Before this week, I had always said 8.9, comma, California for September. But you saw me earlier this week when the gasoline started to move higher, AAA national average, which had been a $3.20, $3.30, $3.40 number. And I said, oh boy, gasoline's going higher. That raises inflation. I'm revising my number. I said that earlier this week. And my projection earlier this week was for the September CPI-W, I was saying 8.95, half a percentage point, comma, California. And I said, if this gasoline keeps on going higher, I'm going to 9.0. Today, September 28th, I'm changing my answer. I'm changing my answer to 9.0, comma, California for September. Why? For the obvious reason you and I all know. AAA national average is now surged out of control, up to 3.765, and that was from 3.4 just a few days ago. So this is gasoline prices we have not seen the state in the United States for several months. This is a big surge. Number two, we have the refineries offline. We have that data I just ran for you, offline in the Gulf of Mexico. Then we have Hurricane Ian, who is really spreading. And after he's done with the Gulf, he goes north. He's going to take a lot of things. He's going to disrupt a lot of gasoline refineries. So I'm going to a full 9.0, comma, California for that September CPI-W. What are you projecting? Jump the live chat as well. And in this big second half, we're going to go over more about this incredible stimulus. We're going to go over more about this economy. We're going to go over more about these MSCs, this FSCs, these LLCs, and these inflation relief stimulus checks. Oh, boy, we got a lot going on today. It's a major broadcast. Did you become a member? Make sure you do. Become a member. Go on the video. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. And I'll see you back in 60 seconds as Mornings LA continues.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
And the excitement continues on a big Mornings LA live on air from the shores of Santa Monica, California. During the commercial break, Barbara said that her projection on that CPI-W, she's saying it to go to 9.6%, comma, California. Thank you, Barbara, for that insight. Marvin, who I think is in Missouri, if I understood it right, he said 10%. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And when we're asking about eggs and milk and similar questions, I see in the live chat everyone from Ann to other people all saying up a lot. Absolutely. And you are the eyes and ears of this. With that, let's go back into this incredible stimulus. I understand there's a lot of stimulus. It's a lot to keep track of now. We have so many different types of stimulus. We have so many different types of checks and so many checks. How do you keep track of this? With the membership newsletter. Go right in this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. And in the membership newsletter, all this is outlined for you. All the links, everything you need to do to get these incredible checks. First, the inflation relief stimulus checks, which I call ISC, they are down at check D in the membership newsletter. When you get down to check D in the membership newsletter, you click the link and it sends you into a separate entire page just for these check Ds. Remember, for most states, at generally about $1,000, coming to you, same general income qualifications we always go over. You don't have to do anything, but what I have for each state is I tell you the price, the amount, like $1,000, and then I give you a link to your state's website that's running these ISCs. So you can go into your state and actually track the check or learn about the check learn about what day it comes, how it's mailed, how it's direct deposited. I have it all outlined for you. Most U.S. states, absolutely incredible across the board. The lifetime stimulus check is also explained down the membership newsletter, and that is the raise your benefits. I run the calculations for you, that COLA, just like how I did in this video. But of all these incredible MSC checks, the ones I want you to really be focused on are the FSCs, the federal stimulus checks from the federal government. Why? Because they're huge sums of money, tens of thousands of dollars. This economy is going to get really bad very quickly. And I was the first to project that. But the rate in which it's falling apart is even shocking for you and I. Over the last few months, I've shown a graphic on this channel for a while. And that graphic was September is a financial cliff. This September is turning into a financial cliff exactly as I projected back in February. But it's a financial cliff in which things are happening very suddenly. Very, very suddenly. We have Apple, who 30 days ago was expected to have record sales of the iPhone in December, and now says it doesn't even have the demand for it. We have Lyft, like Uber, the competitor to Uber, that was trying to entice drivers by giving them signing bonuses, now saying we're not hiring anyone, and we have a freeze. We have the bond yields that are moving in rates that are just astronomically quick higher. And then the 30-year mortgage rate, which is the fix, which is what people buy homes with, to levels that have never moved this quickly ever in recorded history. This is what is a changing economy. This is a financial cliff. Financial cliff, when I first reported this back in February, I said financial cliff is you're walking along singing a song and suddenly you fall off the cliff. Today, we have a lot of examples of that. If you're walking along saying, I'll just buy a house because, I'm saving up my money and it's 3% and, I'm ready to go into the mortgage lender and, hi, how are you? I want to get one of those 3% mortgage. Sir, that was gone like a week ago. A week ago. But I was walking along singing my song. Well, you fell off a financial cliff, sir. You're going in and you're trying to get a new job at Lyft, and then you say, oh, no, everyone's hiring. No, now they have hiring freezes. What? What happened? So it's a very quick change in economy. That's why you got to get this stimulus. These FSCs, the largest check I have for you is $100,000. The smallest check is about $8,000 to $10,000. And you need massive money in your wallet. What I'm trying to teach people on this channel is get massive sums of money. Massive sums of money, use those fingers, use those hands, and get them. Lynn Glenn, longtime viewer, 12 months of utilities. She got it just last week. That same week, another viewer got 12 months of utilities. 2 viewers getting 14 months of rent. 2 viewers getting 8,100 checks from Check B in Florida. Dragon, a longtime triple member to all 3 channels. Jump over to LA2. It's been doing great business. LA2 is live right now. Dragon got another $30,000 on top of existing $140,000, bringing it to $170,000. That's the type of money I want you to get. I want you to get hundreds of thousands of dollars from this channel. We have Lorraine $150,000. We have Johnny got $45,000 in 2 days, $80,000 in 4 days. And we have Mark who got $166,000. That's the type of money I want you to get. Why? It's going to be a very bad time. It's going to be a very bad time. You know my delivery style. I don't try to deliver negative news, but I also try to keep you informed. And I'm trying to really make this clear to you right now. This fast change in events is underway right now that we really didn't see in August. It's happening right now. And what's going to happen is that the heart of the recession, which I said would happen in January, is starting to really hit different parts of this economy right now, very, very quickly. You got to get this money. You got to get this money. Dragon had a great point. She said that she really treats getting this money almost like a part-time job. She said she's spending several hours a day getting this money. Absolutely. You got to spend the time to get the money. Because I don't think there's anyone watching this video right today that is rich enough that can sit back and say, I got enough money saved up for a recession. That's going to be 2 years. And that the commentary coming in today is that it's going to be very dark. In February this year, I was the only American broadcaster to report that a recession was going to hit, and no one would even dare say there would be a recession. They were afraid of the word. Today, people are very used to saying recession, and now the analysts are saying dark recession. What is a dark recession? Very severe. Economic destruction. Very, very scary financially. And if you think you can sit back and just, ride this out, and here's my personal commentary right now. I do believe, it's not with the members of this channel, not with the viewers of this channel, but I do believe that some people have the memory of COVID assistance right in the back of their mind and think it's so close in time that they will get that type of assistance again. They remember FPUC and EIDL and EIDL loans and PPP and PUC. They remember unemployment assistance. They remember business assistance. They remember grants and massive sums of money. They remember how there was just money everywhere. Folks, in an economic destruction of a recession, it's not assistance for 3 months, which was like the first stimulus, or 3 months like the second stimulus, or 3 months like the third stimulus. This is 2 years of recession. Federal government will not have the ability to afford to pay 2 years of recession assistance to people. And so this is why I'm here for you. I dedicate my time to research enormously. I bring the research on this channel, and that's why you're seeing today brand new stimulus. We now have ISCs, FSCs, LSCs, all mounted into massive MSCs. Inflationary stimulus checks in most states, great, but do not rely on it. It's not going to pay your bills for 2 years. It's going to be about $1,000. No one thinks $1,000 is going to pay their bills for 2 years. FSCs is really where to dedicate your time. Becoming a member, go on this video, become a member, getting those incredible checks A through Q. We'll go over them more on evenings tonight at 5 o'clock in prime time. It's a brand new show tonight. LSCs, that lifetime of stimulus. Some of you are not of adult age yet. You don't qualify for SSI, SSDI, or you're not on Social Security, so that may not apply for you. And that may still not be enough money to weather a recession. That's why you need those checks A through Q plus the LSCs. Ultimately, we got this covered. Lots of incredible money and incredible sums of money. ISCs, FSCs, LSCs, all massive MSCs. I got it for you, and I continue to find you more checks. At the moment, clearly about 16 categories, clearly about 400 checks when we add these all up, clearly about $400,000, and it's all for incredible members of this channel. Go into this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. And stay with this video or join me throughout the day. Next coming up, if you're watching this show live, is 11 o'clock noontime. And then coming up as well, a brand new LA Live. Join me at 3 o'clock afternoons for a brand new afternoons and evenings for a brand new 5 o'clock evenings. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless. Don't forget to become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. Join this channel under the video and get these incredible stimulus. You deserve them and you need them. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.